All right. I'm trying to hook up everything on both sides. All right. So peace, 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 peace. Peace and love to all my friends, my family, the viewers, to the conscious community, to the chosen ones, to the intuitives. I am back today with a collective energy reading for the Divine Feminine. Congratulations. Karma has been served. I'm so proud of you, Divine Feminine. I'm so proud. So, we have approached a new season, right? We're just coming back off of the summer uh, equinox, and that was our initiation. That was our test. And so I'm going to be looking both ways because my YouTube is on this side, my Facebook is on that side. Um, and we went through several transitions of initiations, and I must say, if you survived it, you did a great job. If you learned the lesson, if you picked up your spiritual tools and your new superpowers, your new super strengths, excellent. Excuse my voice. I was dusting and cleaning in my house yesterday. I didn't know how dusty my house was and wiping down walls. I've been sniffling and sneezing since yesterday. I was like, dang. And it don't help that I turn on the heat, my portable heater, then the air, and I'm just messing myself up because I don't like to be cold, but I don't like to be hot all the time. It's a mess. I'm going through something. But anyways, yes, so we're back into this season. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on the cards, but I would like to say that very congratulations to the Divine Feminine. So whether I know you personally in my life, or if I know you through social media, um, phone calls, all of it, you know what I'm saying? July up into this point was a transformative initiation of all times. It was very impactful. It was a lot to be learned, a lot to be shared, and I'm just amazed by how we pulled through it. And so we are definitely transitioning into this self period, because we're preparing for October the 10th, right? October the 10th is marks a new everything. There's so many new starts. The journey is ongoing, but there's always these breathe, start, breathe, exhale moments. So I'll be back for a 10-10 reading. I'm gonna make sure I get my divine masculine, his reading out. If not tonight, tomorrow. And then I have a reading for October the 2nd and the 10th, right? The 2nd and the 10th. Yeah. 10-2 and 10-10. I got it marked on my board. But yes, so let's process everything. Let's process everything. Because when you're going through those spiritual awakenings, those initiations, we do understand the test does come, right? We held it together, and some things fell apart, and that's okay, right? Because this is a perfect segue into the Baba Larisha and the dwarves, which means this is I season. Um, there's things that you will tolerate. There's things that you won't tolerate. There are things that are just shifting, and you have to now go inward. All right, this is your inward season, all the way to November. Okay, this is your inward season, Divine Feminine, until November. To today, well, let's say October 1st to November 27th. We should be going inward. Our focus is us, right? Because it's kind of like what I'm seeing in these cards. We're going to become these small fish in these big ponds again. So you past your initiations, you've created such good karma because that's what you give out. Whatever you give out to the world is 100% what you get back in. So you get given all of those things out. Now these things are returning into you. So now you have time to properly heal, cleanse yourself, and do everything internal, right? You've given so much energy out. Now it's time to take that energy back in because you've been rewarded, and build up those superpowers, build up those strengths again. So by the time the new December rolls around into the new year, you'll be ready to press through and go through some more initiations and challenges to elevate your consciousness in your space, right? So that's where we are. Right now is going inward. That's the crown of the reading, going inward. We will no longer participate in lies, deceits, deceptions. Rather, if we feel these things inside of ourselves, or if these are things that are outwardly, you know what I'm saying, placed in our lives, we don't want to, we have to be careful with our energy right now. Be careful of your energy and where it's placed, because you did all this hard work through the summer solstice. The last thing, you know what I'm saying, you need to do is you can't go back even if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back because you've elevated out of that space, which is good, which is really, really good. So that's the crowning of the wedding. It's his inward action. It is I season. I control my destiny. I control my reality. I allow anything around me, anything that I receive, anything that I give out, I control. This is I, the great I. All right. This is not a team effort. Not saying that your team efforts are not going to happen. Everybody goes to work. People are part of organizations. We understand that part. But this is such an I season. So what it looks like here, and I'm going to put some clarifiers. I pulled it straight through, but I didn't pull any clarifiers. So here we got first with the 6 of Earth. You won. You fucking won. Like, we know that. You know what I'm saying? You won. You won. Like, and it was a beautiful victory. Let's pull a clarifier on it. Even for you that something surrounded by, it's always nature, but I'm also seeing like winnings in, I don't know, projects that have to do with earth, something earthy, nature, crops, planting, seeding, somewhere in that area, divine feminine, you may have been a part of that. Yeah, and it may have been a point where you had to stand your ground to get this thing going. It's something to do with nature, and it could definitely be, coming into that enlightenment, or focusing on your consciousness, being out in nature, you know what I'm saying, that grounding, things like that, you know what I'm saying, and you kept it consistent. Whatever your consistency was is why you're reaping what you have. So now here we go inward with the 9 of Earth. The 9 of Earth, you get to look, get down to the ground. Everything that you obtain, now you get to sow it again and keep reaping your harvest. That's the consistency. Plant a seed, allow it to grow. New season, drop the seed again, and then it'll come out, because that's what's next is with the 2 of Earth. So what are we balancing? Clarifying the 2 of Earth, divine spirit. Let's be in balance right here. Communications. All right. So we're going to be balanced in our communication and who we speak with. I don't like that. Okay. So we're being balanced in all of our communication. If your communication is not balanced, do not speak. Okay. This is because this is interesting with the Village card, the 5 of Water, and the 5 of Earth. Those are kind of like the 2 worst cards that it's 2 cards in the deck that I just don't like, is that regret and pity and feeling left out in the cold. So even if there's communication that comes towards you, that's in that energy, this 5 of Water, 5 of Earth, pities and regrets and woes is me's and I need helps and all of that, to a degree, when, but don't, this is an I time, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like an I time where you may have already had these conversations, or these conversations will come in, but you know what it does to your spirit when you hear them. Do not entertain energy when you're trying to get to another phase. All right. This is all inward. So you're going to have to tune up your senses, your intuition, because here you are being balanced and grounded and having these healthy discussions with the people around you. Now that you've cleared off a lot of energy, things will start to want to try to come back. You don't, if you excuse me, getting tied up on my words. Only you can allow. Nobody can force, nobody can push, nobody can do anything. Only you can allow certain energy in your space. If you don't, nobody wants to be here. And I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be here, and I don't want to hear it, right? Because you're doing your internal work right now. As you're harvesting, you still have to do more eternal work, because you're getting ready to go to another chapter come the big new year, January, February-ish, right? So be leery of those conversations, divine feminine. All right. Now you done obtained some money. Let me borrow $5. Let's see what we've obtained. 3 of Fire. Be careful of those conversations. Be careful. Because I'm telling you, certain energy just wants to creep in. Be careful. Can't talk to everybody at this time. It's an I time. Yes. So you have some of you have obtained some money, um, career goals, and this is emotional fulfillment. Oh, girl, you better not mess up, Divine. Divine, please stay focused. Stay all the way focused. Do you hear me? Not only you have obtained what you've been trying to do, whatever that has been since summer. Not only have you obtained it and you gain your wealth towards it, there's more. There's more. So much more. Transformation of a lifetime. Look at that harvest. See him with the little gold in there. I gotta switch cameras around. I love the message from Earth. Okay, this is a season of preparing to set the foundation and the coursework to your destiny. I'll put it like that. We've all navigated, we've all traveled. Some of us are where we want to be, but then there's more. You know what I'm saying? You can't limit yourself to, oh, I got this, and so I'm great. No, there's more, right? So this is a lot of wishful fulfillment. It's like these next two moon phases. Oh yeah, this is about to get real, real. It's between these moon phases and these rooms. Something about rooms. What rooms? And then this nature thing. Let me pull another clarifier. Let me see. Let me see the how. How. One second, y'all. Oh, somebody slapped me silly. Somebody slapped me silly. When I say these cards are beautiful, and this is like everybody is gonna know the results of this. Somebody's gonna know what you built, because some of us is not working on anything. It's already built, but then something that that we've been wishing for. This is wishful fulfillment. Let's say you have what you need, but you just wish or need or expect, or I'm trying to push this through. It's coming, honey. Not only is it coming, everybody gonna know too. It's gonna be seen. It's gonna be shown. You hear me? It's gonna be seen and shown. Oh, that is beautiful. This is a lot of money. There's a whole lot of money in this. Let's run through. Stick to your spiritual tools at this time. Everybody knows their superpowers. Everybody knows their gifts and their strengths, right? So message from fire. That's why you here, boom, a karma. Thank you. Stick to your and this is everybody. This is the collective of the divine feminine energy. Look at that. Your karma is the 10 of cups. 10 of water, but it's 10 of cups another next. 10 of cups, 10 of water. Shit. Excuse my French. Y'all know I like cursing. That's amazing. That means it's going to collectively happen to the divine feminine, also collectively to the group of consciousness, people that you may be entwined with, spiritual people you may be entwined with. You divine feminines that get together, that y'all meditate and y'all do all these wonderful things together. This is going to be ultimate for this is for the divine feminines who did the work, who's here, who has arrived, who put the work in, who had the discipline. Your karma, this is it. Everything that you hope and you desire is coming in. The only person that ain't showed up is the divine masculine. For those who don't have, girl, let me see what this next card is. He got to be out here somewhere. Well, the man is here, but that's prosperity. Oh, yeah. And along with it, divine, stay focused. Because, yeah, there will be people lurking. There will be the lurkers. Some may have jealousy, envy, I hate the fives. I don't care if it's the 5 of water, 5 of earth, 5 of air. I don't like the fives. How we running like this and then the 5 come up. That's not your energy. That's around you. That's what's around you, watching you get your just due to your karma. Oh, well on them. And they will try, and you be careful because some people will try to create situations to get you to fall into this 5 of air. No, ain't nobody got time for that. That's just entities out here that, those entities will never leave. They're gonna always be present. Clarify on the X of Honor. What's the message of divine feminine? Who's sending? What's the message? Okay, so the Ace of Air with the guardian angel. Okay, so this is total peace and balance, right? You have your peace and your balance. This is the messages that Spirit's going to keep giving to you, is that maintain your peace, maintain your balance, and you're moving to your work and service. There's going to be a lot of opportunity here, Divine. There's going to be a lot of opportunity through work and service. I don't know everybody's professions or what they do, but there's going to be huge opportunities through work and service. Yes. Come on, with the divine protection. And let me tell you something about this work and service, because I also feel this too, especially when the Five of Earth show up. Be careful of your ideas that you share with your company, organization. Make sure, again, we want to make sure we have these balanced dialogues. Watch who you're talking to. Because even though, and that's why I love how the divine protection came out, because you may have a great idea. You might have a great idea with your work and your service, but you're divinely protected, because I also see somebody may try to take your idea, trying to do something that you've already created, modeled, or something like that, but it belongs to you. And I tell people all the time, if you ain't got the intellectual property, then it ain't gonna work no way. But be skeptical. I know I do be of your, but you're divinely protected, so it doesn't matter. Your creation is protected. Your ideas are protected. You're just protected in general. So, but just always still be careful of who you're talking to. Clarify on the man. Look at all this prosperity. This is the dopest reading for the divine feminine. That divine masculine better show up. Yes, prosperity. To my spiritual healers, that are in the spiritual business, that actually do healing works, no matter what it is, sound therapy, actual, therapists, counseling, whatever, guys, you're gonna also, us divine feminines that are in that arena, definitely prosperity in this space. I'm talking about another part of your emotional fulfillment, but if you're going to entertain any type of energy, do it through your work and your service. You know what I'm saying? Because I see there is a lot of emotion here, and people are trying to get help. People are trying to get out of 10 of our space. That's why October 10th, we're going to get into those 10s. You know what I'm saying? They're new beginnings. Things die off and move over. And so people at this time are currently looking for light workers and spiritual workers, believe it or not. And you'll recognize the energy, because it's intuitive as well. It's inquiring. It may reach out subtly, but even that's another part of the shift, and that's what makes us so great, right? That we lead our lifestyles a certain type of way. People start to listen to what you're saying and what you're into. They start inquiring about, and then it's like, and they have arrived to themselves. So some of you light workers, spiritual healers, you're bringing people into their awakening in their consciousness and awareness that's around them, right? So that's going to be profitable and prosperous, because it ain't nothing like having your soul tribe. I'm telling you, it's nothing like having a soul tribe. I got soul tribers that don't even live here. People would be surprised who I talk to all day, every day. Okay, clarify on this IKU, this transformation in death. Let's see what that actually is. All right, divine. So a part of this, you're going to be a witness to some unforeseen events amongst certain entities and energies. When they happen, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to do. It happens. As we ascend, there will always be an energy that's descending, right? It is what it is. This gives me a lot of mental health issues, when people can't mentally process their lifestyles and the things that their accountabilities, right? And so as you're receiving your just due, your karma, congratulations, divine feminine, there will be others that have to repeat a cycle because they didn't learn, or maybe they're not on that spiritual path, or or maybe they took something for granted. Um, just use your strength and tenacity as best you can. I tell people all the time, always keep your heart open. Never shit on anybody, because there'll come a time point when that's going to happen to you. You never want to be in that energy. I don't. I don't feel like you should explain something like that. You don't triumph in anybody's demise, or anybody's death, or anybody's downfall, or any of that. You can just simply see it and keep it moving. You don't even have to speak on it. Even if you see it, there's nothing to talk about, because that's that person in their journey alone. But when you constantly dig into that energy of disrespecting them, or laughing, or attacking them of any kind, when it come back, I mean, these are common sense things of the universe. I will never partake, ever partake. All right, Divine. Let's get 3 advice cards, and then I'm gonna pull a Goddess Oracle card. Okay, 3 advice cards for the Divine Feminine. Y'all bad out here. Y'all are bad. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, well, here we go. Here's my advice to you. Here's my advice to you. Don't worry about it. Negative things will disappear. Negative things will disappear in time. Keep your passions. But I'm going to tell you, Divine, your passions are so freaking strong. You got opposition. Learn how to play smart. Learn how to play smart, because you got opposition. Yeah, you do. As more as your passions and desires arouse, this energy right here, excuse me. But that I tell people, that's some demons, because you know what? You're gonna be successful regardless. The sun gonna always shine over you. Your light's gonna always shine. Look at that unk. Total balance. Total balance in your femininity. Keep going. Don't matter what opposition that comes through, because you know why? Oh. Where's my did I put it somewhere? Lord, I don't even know what I do with the cards. Okay, they so buried. It doesn't matter, because you're divinely protected, right? Negative things will disappear. Okay, so tune up your senses. Negative things will disappear. Stick to those passions. But I promise you, as farther up that you go, you start to ascend, to do better for yourself, and want more, and yearn for more, to do more, and all of that. You got quite naturally, you're gonna have opposition. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know which way it could come from. It could be 5 people around you, but guess what? I'm divinely protected. So do what you will. Don't bother me, because the sun will always shine in the divine feminine's world. It don't go nowhere. Her light is crazy. You can't dim it. You can't take it away. You can't knock it down. You only hurting yourself. And and that's eventually what it turns into. Y'all doing all that stabbing and jerking or whatever. You hurting your wrist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You busting sweats and all of that. You can't beat that dragon. You can try though. You can attempt. But at the end of the day, you can't block nobody's destiny or their blessings with your tactics. And people got a lot of tactics out here. So just watch your energy. Be mindful of them conversations. And you remember divine feminine. You come up with so many ideas. Let me tell you something about the divine feminine. She is an idealist. She's solution oriented. She heals. She's a light worker. So every time she turns around, she can solve a problem, right? But there's people out here that want to take your ideas. They see them, they like them, but they're gonna get blocked in the process trying to do that. They can't harm the divine feminine. They can try, but it's not gonna work. I know. What's the goddess or Oreo card? Divine lineage. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay. Divine lineage. Sarah Kali. Let's read it. 6. I'm gonna get out of here with me and this nose. Okay. It says, The embodiment. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Bury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. I know you lying. Smokey knocked over my carpet. Lord. And so the declaration is, excuse me, I am my sister, and my sister is me, right? Perfect divine feminine energy. I am my sister, and my sister is me. Yes, so please make sure during this time period, I've already cleansed my altar, but keep it clean, keep it watered, keep your plants, do your affirmations, all your altar callings that you do, you know what I'm saying, at this time, and protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your sisters, your divine feminine sisters, and in spirit, culturally, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, that was a beautiful reading. I'm excited for you, the divine feminine, divine masculine, to show up. Like, he's still out there outperforming, but don't worry, we get ready to catch up to him. We gonna catch up to divine masculine, ain't we? So you are one of a kind, good as a slice of pie. Wasn't this all delightful? I was still taking.